Hello and welcome to In the Court of the Wenton Knave. I thought I'd do a bit of an introductory video just to explain. This is my disclaimer moment when I justify myself, or try to get out of it. Obviously this was an obvious band to do given the title of the videos, my favourite band. Once I'd sort of committed to doing it and told someone I was actually going to do it, I did have second thoughts at one point. I mean, there was a question mark about, well, why do I want to do that? It's such an undertaking. I mean, reviewing the whole of the Frank Zappa catalogue was a big deal, and I underestimated how difficult it would be to make them mini reviews. I mean, that was the disclaimer. These are mini reviews, I'm not worthy, etc, etc, etc. And I thought, well, I can just do them before Sam arrives to do the big videos, and it ended up being a lot more hard work than that, really, because I had to get it right. Not that I'm insinuating that they're proper reviews at all, but it did make me think, you know, why would I actually want to do that? And, you know, I'm celebrating something awesome that's really important personally. I get to go through the whole catalogue again in order, and of course I haven't experienced it in order, so that's really cool. Maybe I just like the sound of my own voice on the internet, you know. And I like putting CDs in order. I've got my CD collection. I don't just have MP3s, they're all alphabetised and chronological per band. But you know, with Zappa, I always said I'm not worthy. I didn't even have all the albums when I started with Zappa, so I was definitely not worthy. And I thought, well, with King Crimson that's got to be easier, isn't it? Because I know the band very, very well. I know most of the guitar parts, etc. But in a way, that kind of made it worse. I'm sort of even more self-aware that I'm not worthy, if you like. What the hell do I know? It's funny how YouTube is supposed to be a social thing. That's its essence. But you know, I don't think it is for me. I mean, I'm not a social person. I certainly enjoy, you know, the some of the regular comments, and some of the not regular comments as well from people. I mean, at least one person joined me through the whole journey of reviewing Zappa, which was brilliant. But it's more about my experience of the music, really. I get to do it again. I know DGM are litigious. I assume there's not a problem. I'm only talking about the albums. I don't see a problem with that. Plus, hopefully, I get such a small viewing base that I should go under the radar anyway, hopefully. It's a good job we don't do 2-second clips of each song anymore. I do like nearly everything because they are my favourite band, and that will show in the reviews. So it's going to be so overwhelmingly positive, even more so than Zappa. But I'm going to try and be critical wherever it's appropriate. The order is arbitrary. It's sort of chronological, but my chronological. So, for example, when we do Starless and Bobble Black, we'll do that before we do the Glasgow, Amsterdam, and Zurich shows, even though that's where they were recorded beforehand. And you know, when we do Lock, Stonks and Aspic, we'll do that, then we'll do the Zoom Club show, because that makes sense to me, that we talk about the songs first and the album first, and then we talk about the live stuff. There will be another issue, I think, with talking about live stuff, the same songs over and over again. You know, we've got March the 29th, March the 30th, and then April the 1st, and then, you know, so we've got all these shows all together. There's so many of them that, you know, it means I'm doing the Collectors Club. I'm not doing any of this business because it just gets silly. I'm not doing any downloads other than Chicago 2008, because obviously that's the only release from that lineup. Generally box sets are avoided, but obviously the Projects box set is a given, The Great Deceiver is a given, Epitaph is a given. It'd be interesting to do a couple of things as well. I mean, we've done Giles and Fripp, so I've included that in the list. We'll do MacDonald and Giles, because that was in Sid Smith's book actually. But I also thought it'd be nice to do Exposure, and maybe even Sylvie and Fripp. I mean, I haven't decided yet. I mean, in a way it'd be nice to do an Adrian Belew solo record as well, but I couldn't see how that would fit, so probably not. It will be a long journey. I believe it's going to be 83 episodes. That's what I've counted so far. It does depend on what I decide to review and what I decide not to review. So join me on a journey to the Crimson King.